In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the AC condenser on this Toyota 4Runner. Just as a disclaimer, before we start, you want to make sure you have your system professionally drained and evacuate the refrigerant from the system. You don't want to open any lines with refrigerant still in there. Having said that, we've already done that, so we're good to start the repair. I first want to remove the grill. Unfortunately, mine is broken. All the clips are missing and it pulls right out. But the way you're supposed to have to remove this is there's some clips here on each of these little pins that you have to press and pry out, and then the grill should pop out. Unfortunately, like I said, I cannot show you because all of mine are missing and the grill was just wire tied to the headlights. So I cut those off and the grill is off. As you can see, the AC condenser comes out the front, so I'll have to remove some stuff that's in the way here. So with a 12mm socket, remove the bolt that holds the horn on. And once it's off, you can either disconnect it. Sometimes these connectors don't want to come out because they're corroded. In that case, you'd want to leave it connected and just flip it up and over like this. I'm just going to use a bungee cord to hold it in place. Do the same to the other horn. There are two of them. Now unclip this AC line from the retainer, pull it away just a little bit, and then there's a 10mm bolt up here. There should be another one on the bottom. For me, it's already broken, so there's nothing for me to remove, but let's take this one out and set it aside. Now this piece won't come off yet. We have to unbolt the hood latch because there's a bolt that sits right behind it, so two more 10mm bolts. Now the hood latch comes off. It's still attached with the cable, so it can't go very far, but you can now get to this bolt over here, and once you remove that, you can pull this piece right up and out. It is not necessary to remove the cable off the hood latch, just tie it out of the way with something. On the top passenger side of this AC condenser, there's going to be a 10mm bolt holding this line in. Remove it. Keep in mind, a lot of times these break in here because they're right out in the front and they get corroded very fast. So if yours does, just make sure you have a new bolt on hand. Now we can pop this line off. Just pry it away with something very gently. Okay, there we go. As you can see, it was leaking over here. Looking through the lower grill, you can see the other line right at the bottom here. Take a 10mm socket and remove that one as well. Pop the line off, set that aside. Now to remove the AC condenser, there are two mounting bolts for it, that's it. One over here and one over there. They're both 10mm in size, so let's remove them both. There's one, and second one is on the other side. Now you just grab it, tilt it forward, slide it right up and out. There it is. Off of the old AC condenser, you're going to want to remove these clips that hold the mounting bolts for them. The easiest way to do that is to take something that you can pry with and just pry it up. This will unlock it and then slide it out. This one is somewhat corroded in here, so I'm sure it's not going to be easy. If you for some reason can't save them because they're too corroded, you're going to have to just either put a nut on the backside or get some new ones. There we go. Saved this one. If you have two, go ahead and take both of them off. Unfortunately for me, I only had this one. The other side had a nut on the backside, so I'll have to reinstall that. And on the new one, just slide it right into position. It should clip in. This one's a little bit loose at this point, but it should lock in. Take the new AC condenser, slide it in. Make sure you don't damage the radiator fins or the fins on the new AC condenser. Okay, once it's in position, it'll just bottom out on that lower radiator support, which will give you a chance to grab the two mounting bolts. I'm going to start with this one because it already has this J-nut, is what it's called, attached to it, so it can thread on easily. The other side, like I said, I have to hold a nut on the back side. Okay, let's get this one attached a little bit better. It's on, but I want to snug it up a little so I can hold it in place. If your clips are broken, this is what you're going to have to do. Stick a bolt through the front and a nut on the back side that you'll have to hold with a wrench. nice and snug. Let's tighten up the other side as well. I left that one loose on purpose. Okay, that's tight. Now take the lower line, replace the O-ring if necessary, slide it in, make sure it's seated, put the bolt through, and let's tighten it up. That's bottomed out right there. I'm going to go about 1/8 of a turn. After that, you don't want to tighten it too much because you don't want to damage the bolt or the threads in here. You let the O-ring do the sealing. So there we go, that's attached. Now let's reconnect the line at the top. Once again, replace the O-ring if necessary, lubricate it, and start the bolt in. Snug it up. Okay, nice and tight. Now let's get this support piece in, line it up. The first bolt that has to go in is that one right there, because this one goes behind the hood latch. You would also at this point line up the bottom one. Unfortunately for me, that one's broken, so I don't have anything to put in there. But I'm going to make sure that it is lined up. Okay, that's secured. Next is the hood latch. Make sure you line up that threaded hole with the hole through this support here. And the threads are actually on the hood latch, so make sure that goes behind it. When you line up the hood latch, try to get it as close as possible to how it was before. That way the hood latches and unlatches properly. So I'm going to try and line up the mark that the bolt left. There we go. Make that tight, and now there are 2 more, 1 on each side. Try to also line these up. Okay, they're all lined up. Snug them up. Line up the horns. If the bolts or those threads are too rusty, these actually still have some shiny metal showing. But this is basically the ground for the horn, and if it can't make good contact, the horn won't work. So make sure that you check that after you're done installing these. Keep those nice and snug, and start the other side as well. Nice and tight. Resecure this line, and when it comes to the grill, of course you should have all the clips necessary. Unfortunately mine doesn't, so I'll have to wire tie it back the way it was, but line them all up, press it into place, and it should be secured. At this point, you would go back to your local shop and have the AC system professionally recharged. It is important that the proper amount of refrigerant makes its way back in so that you can actually have it functioning properly. If it's too much, it'll overpressurize and it'll shut off, and if it's too little, it won't work very well.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.